What's up guys, PPD here and welcome to episode 60 of my road to Manchester City. Some pretty bad news to start off this episode, and that is that Gabriel Jesus is out injured for what looks to be the rest of the season. And it's really unfortunate because he started off so great for us and he was doing really well, and he just plays one game, comes off very early on. And at first I didn't think it was a serious injury. I thought it was actually just like as a precaution he came off, or it was just a light injury and he probably missed like 1 or 2 games. But it turns out that it was more serious than expected, and he will probably be out for 2 to 3 months, which is obviously the rest of the season. And that's not only bad for us in terms of real life, but it's also bad for us in terms of FIFA. Now, that is because we bought the one to watch Jesus literally last episode, and what do you know, the next game he plays he gets injured. So we have officially lost 175,000 coins in just one game of him getting injured, which sucks because we really need that money if we want to complete this City team. But at this, I guess we don't really have to worry about him getting another inform card or anything. I mean, it wouldn't have mattered because I had the one to watch card, but yeah, it's a shame, and there's really no positive to it. It sucks seeing him get injured because I was really liking him. Hopefully Aguero can step up now, prove that he deserves to be at the club, because Guardiola's just been benching him, and that's another thing that's got me scared, really. I really don't want Aguero to leave, but the more I see him get benched, I just think it's just a matter of time before he leaves. Hopefully he doesn't. I love him. He's my favorite player. He's at my favorite club. And if he leaves, I'd honestly be devastated. But yeah, we lose money on the one to watch. It's annoying, but I mean, I kind of figure, you know what? The profit we made on the League One players kind of covers it. We also made profit on a couple of inform cards here or there. And you're actually going to see that we make profit on a one to watch card that we packed later on in the episode. So that kind of covers it. But it's still really annoying knowing that I could have had the profit that we made on those cards and not lose the money that we lost on Jesus. But it is what it is. I'm not going to bother to sell the one to watch card because there's no point really. I'm not going to get the normal card. We need the best version of his card, and there's no point in me getting the inform because I already have the one to watch. So that is going to be the card that we keep for the rest of the year. But yeah, we started off by completing Marquee Matchups over here, and this one was actually pretty annoying because I didn't have the players for 2 of the challenges, and I had to buy them, and it ended up costing me around 20 to 30,000 coins, which is quite a lot, but it was definitely worth it because these are some pretty good packs. However, we don't get anything too great in them, and that is a bit annoying. But yeah, we have 1 pack left. I'm not sure what pack it is. Prime Gold Players pack. I'm pretty sure it's a really good pack. Looking to get somebody worth of value. We don't get a walkout, but we do get ourselves Monreal over here. But he wasn't the best player in that pack, and you're going to see why. He still goes for something, though, because of the Marquee Matchups. We also get ourselves the Portuguese guy who recently transferred to PSG. But to look who's at the end of the pack as a duplicate, N'Golo Kanté, who we have as an untradeable. So we're going to go ahead, sell that one, and we get ourselves some coins back from spending a lot in the Marquee Matchups. But yeah, now to that one to watch that I was talking about earlier. One to watch Draxler. We packed him not too long ago during the SBCs. We got him as a tradable, and I actually packed him again as an untradeable. And well, yesterday PSG played Barca. They absolutely destroyed them, and Draxler got himself a goal in that game. His price flew up despite Champions League games or Cup games not counting towards Team of the Week. People are stupid, and they just go with the hype. And his price flew up to 190k. And I said, you know what, I got to sell him ASAP because earlier in the day he was 120. So yeah, we went ahead, sold him for 189, which is very nice. And it's actually not as good as it could have been because when we packed him initially, he was going for 200,000. So I could have sold him there, and we would have made more money than what we did. But whatever, we got rid of him, and we have ourselves a nice 180,000 coins or so in the bank, which is going to come in handy later on in the episode because we have to start buying players for the Bundesliga, La Liga, weekend league. But yeah, we jump into the draft because it's episode 60, and I told you guys every 5 episodes we're going to be playing a draft, and we actually got fisted in this draft. I'm not gonna lie. The formation selections were pretty terrible. Formations I've never played with. Then the player selections we got were absolutely terrible. I needed players from either BPL, La Liga, or maybe even Bundesliga, and I just wasn't getting them. I was getting some pretty crappy cards. It was pretty dire. I mean, we did get some Team of the Years over here on the bench, but it was rough, man, the selections we got. But yeah, I want to talk about what I'm going to be doing in the future in regards to the draft in this series. And since it usually takes me a couple of episodes to get in all the games of the draft, I'm going to change it to every 10 episodes we're going to do the draft. So it's still a little bit unique and it's not too common in this series. Because I love playing the draft, but I have to like upload games in like almost every episode, which gives me no time to fit in weekend league games in the episodes. And it doesn't give me time to play enough games with the city team, which is obviously the main thing you guys probably want to see in this series. So yeah, I'm going to cut the draft to, instead of every 5 episodes, it's going to be every 10 episodes. And yeah, it should be good. But yeah, look at this selection, man. We're stuck on 70 chem. I'm just moving things around, trying to get some more chemistry over here. And it was just bad, man. We got some really good players in the bench, but they wouldn't fit the formation or the team to give me more chemistry. So it was a bit of the struggle over here. And yeah, this is how the team is looking. We got some really good players in there. I can't complain about the players. It's just not the leagues or the nations or the positions that I need. We do get informed Dybala and informed Mertens, which is very nice. Was pretty excited about that. We also get ourselves Team of the Year Marcelo and Team of the Year Dani Alves, which is very nice. Couldn't really fit in Alves, I don't think. But you're going to see over here that we actually start searching for a game on 73 chemistry. And we're looking for a manager here. They're all pretty much the same thing. We go with Wenger over here, who puts us up to 75. But yeah, we're going to go ahead and search for a game over here. And I don't end up finding a game after 2 searches. And I end up trying to play around with the team again, see if I can get the chemistry up. And I do end up getting it up to 82, I think, which is obviously not good, but definitely better than 75. So can't really complain. So now we're going to be putting that theory to the test. Does chemistry matter as much as they say it does? Because I've come across low chem teams before that have absolutely demolished me and played just as good as a 100 chem team. So are we going to play well with this team over here on 82 chem? We'll see. But yeah, there's definitely some worrying players in this defense. We got Marcelo, Dani Alves, and Ramos, all with high attacking work rates. And you guys know how I feel about high attacking work rate defenders. I am not a fan. But yeah, we jump into the first round. We come across this 4-3-1-2 team over here. Pretty decent team over here. Has 100 chem. So he's already beaten us on that factor. But I think we do have the better team. He does have Stoichkov and Ibra, who are two very slow but very deadly strikers because of their strength and shot. And over here in the second minute, we would get the first chance of the game over here. Hernandez with a great pass to Muriel. Muriel waits for Mertens, and Mertens shoots it wide. An absolutely terrible shot by Mertens, but that wouldn't be the only time Mertens would piss me off in this game. And you're going to see why, because not too long after that chance, literally seconds after that one, we would get another chance over here. Mertens steals it, gives it to Dybala, Dybala to Matuidi, Matuidi to Hernandez. Hernandez does some nice little dribbling, ends up in Mertens' feet once again after a nice little through ball from Lanzini. I do the low driven shot that I always do with my BPL players, and Mertens with his 4-star weak foot, even though that wasn't his weak foot, and his crazy shot, him being a second inform or whatever, shoots it wide. And over here, I'm going to blame myself for that one. That was a bad finish. I should not have finessed it on De Gea, and I should not have put it on Lanzini's weak foot. But what was that shot by Mertens, man? I guess the chemistry might have something to do with it, that their finishing isn't as good when they're on low chem or when the full team chem is low. But come on, man, you got to be scoring that. I always score those with Walcott and Martial and Aguero. The fact that he shot it wide was just really, really annoying. And what do you know, after 3 good chances to score, our opponent is the one that scores over here. Nice little skill with Ibra. Can't really complain about that. He absolutely did me right there in the defense. So a nice little goal by him, but it was just really annoying that we should probably be winning this game 3-1 at this point, and we don't even have a goal. And over here in the 30th minute, we would create another chance. Dybala bumping into Marcelo. I honestly think the chemistry does have an effect because my players were bumping into each other a lot, which is really annoying. But we end up giving it to Lanzini again, who once again can't finish on his left foot. And at this point, I'm thinking to myself, where is Dybala? Why am I not getting these chances with Dybala? I have Lanzini playing lower than Dybala, and Lanzini is getting all these goal-scoring opportunities, which is really annoying. But Mertens, once again over here, has a chance to get himself a goal. But once again, he is unable to put it past De Gea. And what do you know? Look who's there on the end of the rebound to miss it. It's Lanzini. And honestly, I'm not going to expect anybody to be scoring from that angle. But I just found it kind of funny. I felt like Lanzini was like, oh shit, Mertens missed another one. I have to catch up and miss this one too. But yeah, Lanzini and Mertens just absolutely doing my head in that first half. Should have scored at least once. And we had ourselves into the second half down 1-0. But immediately right off of kickoff from the second half, I don't usually do this at halftime. I don't usually bring on subs. But Lanzini was just absolutely horrendous. So I went ahead and brought on the Hazard that we had on the bench. We put Mertens at cam, and hopefully that can help us get a goal over here. And over here, literally right off a kickoff, it wouldn't take us too long for us to get another chance. Hazard comes on, goes on a great run. And once again, we are unable to score. It just feels like everything is against us. We hit the crossbar over there, and I am getting extremely, extremely frustrated at this point. And over here in the 51st minute, we would have another chance over here. Mertens with a great fake shot. Somehow it ends up in Hazard's feet. Hazard to Mertens. Can Mertens finally score? Yes, he can. Finally, you absolute tit. He scores in the bottom left corner, makes it 1-1, and we are back in this game, looking to win it now. After creating as many chances as we did, you would think we could win this game easily. But in the 77th minute over here, he gives a great pass to Stoichkov, and Stoichkov somehow misses that. And once again, we get a little bit lucky. Well, not once again. We get a little bit lucky there as he doesn't score. However, in the 87th minute over here, another counterattack. Our defense being exposed. A terrible, terrible clearance by me. I'll take the blame for that one. And Oscar is there to make it 2-1 in the 88th minute. And at that point, I thought, well, it's over. I fucked up in the defense right there. I gave him a goal. Missed a million chances that I should have scored. I can only have myself to blame. But we wouldn't give up, and right off a kickoff over here, Hazard goes on a run, puts it into the bottom right corner, and makes it 2-2. So we would get a lifeline right there. Our opponent wasn't a good player. He didn't deserve to win this game. We were definitely better than him. I just couldn't finish my chances, and the chances that he did score was partially my fault and kind of the defense's fault because they have a high attacking work rate, but whatever. And over here in the 90th minute, Hazard would have a chance to become the hero, put the cherry on top to win us the game, but nope. I do the low driven shot once again, and once again it doesn't work. De Gea saves it, and it has to be the chemistry, man. It has to be the chemistry. There is no way Mertens is shooting it wide on a 1v1 and Hazard is missing a low driven shot like that in the 90th minute. But yeah, we would head into the second half. I was still feeling confident that we would win this game, but we weren't getting very lucky with our finishes. So there was still a thought at the back of my head saying that we might actually lose this in penalties or something like that. But yeah, we go ahead and bring on Aubameyang over here. We take off Muriel. We bring Hazard down to the cam roll, put Aubameyang at striker, and we would look for a third goal over here. And it wouldn't take us too long to get a chance at that third goal over here. Very early on in the first half of extra time, we do some nice little pass and play over here. Mertens waiting for more people to push up and open up. Gives it to Bender. Bender too, not too sure who that was, but it ends up in Mertens' feet, and he puts it into the corner. Finally brought his shooting boots on. Gets his second goal of the game right there. And we are now on top in this game. However, not too long after we scored, our opponent would also get a chance at scoring over here. Hits us on the counterattack from us giving the ball away in his defense over here. We do steal it, but we do give it away once again over here. You're going to see Bad pass by, I think that was Mertens if I'm not mistaken, and he goes on the counter attack over here. Milner bursting up forward, gives us the Stoikov to Ibra, and Ibra once again involved in the goal. Nice little finish by him, and he is just so clinical. If you can play with a slow striker, I definitely recommend playing with Ibra because he is so clinical and strong that it's really hard to defend against him. But yeah, we would have a chance right there from a free kick. Almost gets his hat trick right there. Mertens with a nice little finish into the, well, not a finish, but a nice little shot into the top left corner. He is denied by the goalkeeper though. However, he does go on the counterattack. We do end up stealing it, and then we hit him on the counter over here. Aubameyang, though, proves himself worthy as a sub right there as he gets the 4th goal of the game. And once again, we are on top. And now, are we going to hold on to this lead? Well, we head into the second half with the 4-3 lead, and we are looking to win this game. I am thinking to myself, I should be able to win this game now, unless I do something stupid again. But just in case, I really want a 5th goal over here. And over here, we're just killing down the time in the 120th minute. But we do see Aubameyang through on goal over here. He is going to put the cherry on top, grabs his 2nd goal of the game, makes it 5-3. And I can breathe a sigh of relief as we are officially going to win this game. After being down, what was it, 2-1 in the 90th minutes or the 89th minutes in the first half or the second half of the game. I thought it was over, but we pulled one back really quick, and after conceding the lead in extra time, we got the lead again, and we were able to close it off. But Matuidi and Mertens get themselves man of the match. Mertens really could have scored more, but his finishing, I don't know, man, the chemistry, I guess. But yeah, we're going to end off this episode by spending big. We're going to go ahead and buy the players that we need for the next weekend league, and that is the La Liga Bundesliga weekend league, which I've mentioned countless times before. I showed you guys the concept squad I wanted to build, and now I'm going to go ahead and buy the players. We go ahead and pick up the most expensive player in the team, and that is Neymar. We also go ahead and pick up Antoine Griezmann. We played with Griezmann one weekend league not too long ago, and I didn't really like him, I told you guys, but I feel like I can give him a second chance over here. He is pretty good in this game, or so I've heard, and I definitely want to rock with him because not only does he get a link to Neymar, but he gets the link to Dembele, which is very nice. We also go ahead and pick up Modric, who we packed not too long ago, and we sold him. Kind of regret selling him now, but it's not like I knew there was going to be a La Liga weekend league. But yeah, we go ahead and buy Modric. Seems like a very solid and good, well, that's what solid means, midfielder in the La Liga. And we then go ahead and buy Draxler. Now, this is a change of plan. I did change the team up a little bit. Initially, I had Modric, Casemiro, and Castro. But I didn't really like the idea of having Casemiro because he does have medium. And on a defensive mid, I like to have medium-high. And that is what Luis Gustavo has. So I can throw Luis Gustavo in the team. He gets a link to Neymar. He gets a link to Dembele. Unfortunately, though, he needs a hard link because he gets a dead link with Modric. So I had to buy Julian Draxler at the center mid role. So hopefully he can perform well there. I heard he's a good, solid player. But yeah, I think Gustavo and Draxler is definitely going to be a better option than Casemiro and Castro. Or, no, Gustavo and Draxler is going to be better than Casemiro and Castro. Does that rhyme? I don't know. But yeah, we go ahead and pick up the other big boys in the defense. Have to run Pishitsek or whatever his name is. Not a big fan of him, but hopefully with the shadow he is good enough. Or an anchor, I'm not too sure what I put on him. But yeah, that is the team pretty much bought and done. It ended up costing us around 700,000 coins or so, which is a lot. I still am going to invest in some players too. And we should be selling the Mkhitaryan sometime soon, so we'll have even more coins to invest. But yeah, we'll be seeing that in the next episode. But yeah, this is the team, guys. We got a pretty nice 4-3-2-1 team. Probably the most expensive team we've ever had in the weekend league. But yeah, that is going to conclude this episode of my road to Manchester City, guys. Tune in for next episode. We're going to continue with the draft, and I'll see you guys then. My name is Pibbedeed, and I'm out.